Oh, look what I got to show you today. We're going to do some fun stuff. I am fixing my little kitchen table here. I want to kind of look like Easter. And so I'm trying to put out a few little things right here. And I want to show you. This is a bowl that one of you gave me right here. A beautiful wooden bowl. And I put some yellow grass in it. There's my little Easter bunnies, that Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny, that Hannah gave me years and years ago. And she broke hers. She got hers set just like it. And she broke hers. But I want to show you this. I love vintage tablecloths, so I wanted you to see what was on my table right now. I decided to use yellow because I want to kind of use some spring colors. And I think this will be really pretty. And so that's why I used the little yellow grass right. Wait a minute, get you back some. Little yellow grass in here. I think that'll be cute with it, don't you? And I've got some little eggs in here. Some of them I've blown out. I always just get, and I blow out the hole by tapping it and then blowing the egg out, and then I just cook with that. This is a little fake egg right here, but it's cute. It's got little speckles on it. But here's some that I actually painted, and I want to share those with you today and let you see. You might want to paint you some. Let me get them out. I found these little chickens at an antique shop. I got 5 of them to represent my little grandbabies. I'm going to put those in the basket too. But here's some I painted. And I painted these, oh my goodness, I don't know how long ago, maybe 20 years. I got some country eggs. And I just take a little sharp nail and just kind of peck. I hold the egg like that and I peck on it. Just like a little chicken would do. And do it on this side. Then you got to have a lot of breath. Go, and blow it out into a bowl, and then scramble them for yourself and eat them. Then I painted wisteria on this one. Let me turn it up the right way. And I think it shows up good on that dark egg shape. So what I do is I just kind of put it in my bowl somewhere and let it give some interest to your bowl to have some hand-painted eggs in there. All of them don't have to be hand-painted, but some of them do. This is a wooden egg, excuse me, a wooden egg that that somebody sent me some wooden eggs, and I just painted little flowers all the way around it. So we'll put that one in there. This is just a wooden one that Banks, she wanted to kind of tie-dye it. So what she did is you just put a little dab of paint here and there and just kind of blot it. See how it looks like it's tie-dyed? This is a wooden egg, though, that she did. I think it's real pretty. Okay, and then here's a little bunny rabbit I did on that side. See, some of y'all would love to do this. You've got eggs. You can paint a little bunny. And here's a different little bunny on that side. That's a little girl bunny. And this is a little boy bunny. And I've gotten, y'all sent me, I've got 2 Easter aprons I'm going to wear a little later when it gets closer to Easter time. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, here's another one of those tie-dyes. I love it. I think it looks pretty. Seems like what she did, I'm trying to think what she did. I think that she got some oil. It seems like I remember she put a little oil in like a mayonnaise top, just a little bit, and then put little daubs of food coloring in it at different places, different colors, and then kind of swirled it around and got it out. But I think it's beautiful. She said, "Oh, Big Mama, that doesn't look good." I said, "Yes, it does. I think it's beautiful. I like it. Matter of fact, I believe that's one of my favorites." Okay, and let's see what I did on this one. I did a tree on this one with a little fence going around and the eggs hiding in the grass right there. It was fun to do. I enjoyed doing it. And I know you would too. Uh-oh, this one broke. Through the years, I've had them to break. So that's a half of an egg. Looks like I had painted something on it. Oh, well. This too shall pass. Here's another broken one. I had a bunch of them when I started out, but through the years, they just get broken. But what you can do, get you some of these wooden ones. If you don't want to blow out your eggs, if you don't have the energy to blow them out or the breath to blow them out, you can't hurt these. I painted little flowers around the side of that one, like that. So I did paint these eggs though. They came in they were just wood color. And they've got a flat spot on the bottom so you can sit them up if you need to. Like if you're painting it, see how it'll just sit right up? They have a little flat spot on them. Like that. If you want to put some in a row. I'll tell you something else you can do with them. Here's another one I painted. That's just like the other one. I'll stick it in there. I painted one for my grandmother one time. Well, I painted her 6. Do you remember back in the, I guess it was maybe the 60s, that they had a piece of metal that held cups, like coffee cups. It would go up, it had little legs on it, and it was a stem going up in the center like that. It had little hooks coming out on it, 6 hooks. And you would hang your coffee cup on them. It was a coffee cup holder or something like that. I remember I used to have one. Anyway, I painted my granny on 6 Easter eggs. And on the top of the little egg, well, the side of it, I put a little tiny velveteen ribbon going up like that, and it had a loop and went back down. And that way, when I gave them to her, I had some of those old coffee holder things, and I hung these on her little coffee thing and gave it to her for Easter. She was so proud of it. As a matter of fact, when she died, that thing was still sitting on her hutch in her dining room. She never did even put it up after Easter. She just left it out the whole time. But I want to share my tablecloths with you because they're so pretty. And I am going to put some of these little chickens in our basket. See how the eggs look now that I've got in it? Got them all in it. We can just stick a little chicken here and there to add a little interest. Little bitties. I went over there a while ago to feed Hannah's chicken some collard scraps, those old stems that came off of it. And one chicken had crawled under the fence and got in there with her peacock. She's got her a peacock over there. One peacock is a boy. I think she's looking for a girl. She's going to have some babies. All right, here's one vintage tablecloth, and this one is unusual, and let me tell you why. It's made out of 4 feed sacks. That somebody took some feed sacks and they sewed them together. I know you men aren't interested in it. Right here. Right there is where they sewed them together. See the seam on it? And there's 4 of these, and aren't they beautiful? I'm going to put this out in that room because I've got a lot of blue things out there. And I try to go more with blue and white out there, so I'm going to put that in there. And I know this yellow tablecloth doesn't go with my kitchen, but that's all right. It's springtime. Who knows, I could paint my kitchen one day. All right, so I wanted to share that one with you. I'm fixing to put it out there. A while ago, one of them was wrinkled, and I was going to put it, well, this right here was wrinkled when I got it out of my little jelly cupboard thing in there. So I took my sprayer off of my, on my sink, and just kind of lightly sprayed it, just real quickly. Just put a little bit of water on it, not much, just shh, it goes through. And you remember, used to when people ironed, they wet their clothes and then they rolled them up really tight, so everything was kind of dampish. Well, that's what I did. And after I finished, I went out there and put that in my dryer. It's in there right now drying with that water in it, and that's going to get all the wrinkles out. And that's what it did on this one. I'm getting some out of some right now. All right, here's another one. This is vintage. This looks like it's probably in the 50s, maybe. Look at that little thing. Isn't that pretty? You cannot beat this vintage fabric like this. I absolutely love it. I think it is so pretty. I love my tablecloths. I know that everybody's going with white and gray and minimalist and that kind of stuff, but that is not me. I love the old. I love the vintage. I just think it's so pretty. Here's one that all it is blue and white. Blue and white. Isn't that pretty? I bet some of you out there remember your mama putting one on her table. My mother kept a tablecloth on her table at all times. And I do too. Very seldom do I not have a tablecloth on this table or any other. My dining room table I usually don't. This one is more fallish. See, it's got the fruit and stuff on it in fall colors, so I use this one in the fall. Uh-oh. Let me refold it. Let you see that side while I'm refolding. See how pretty? These are in real good shape. There's one that has a small hole in it, but I don't care. I just use it anyway. My big mama, what she would do if they had a hole in it, she'd make napkins out of it. Right, here's a pretty one right here. It's got blue and pink. I might put it out there on my little table. I think this looks more springy than the other one did. I don't know. And here's the last one. Right here. Let me hold it like this so you can kind of see the pattern. See it? But to me, it's the fabric. The fabric itself is just as soft as a baby's behind. It's all cotton. There's not anything. It's just soft. And this one has been used a lot of times, and I can tell it because of the softness. It's not stiff anymore. When I go to an antique shop or thrift shop or something like that, when I go by the section where it has cloth in it, I can't help but stop now. I have to stop and I have to look at everything and see how much it cost. Most of these like this run about anywhere from $15 to $30. Some of them were given to me. Some of them I bought. And some of them I found at yard sales. But nonetheless, I've got them. And I'm so proud of them. And I'm proud of our little basket here we've made this afternoon with our little bunnies. I'm going to do something else in there for the table. I had a long pink tablecloth that I think Hannah borrowed it. And I don't know if she gave it back to me. I've got a white tablecloth in there on my big table. And I wanted to put a pink runner down like that. And I'm going to put different kinds of vases and put some of my azaleas in it if I've still got any by Easter. If not, I'll find something else to put in it. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I've got some pink grass to go with it. That's yellow right here. And I've got some green grass too. I got all colors of grass. I just put them, what I do is this. I get a gallon bag. And after Easter, I just cram all my stuff in it like this. And put it in a drawer back there in the bedroom, and that's what I do. I used to put all my stuff up in the attic, but I cannot do that anymore. I am not doing it. I'm not crawling up in that attic, not again. So I just cleaned out some drawers, and I've got a drawer back there that I call my holiday drawer. Y'all do that. And I've got my Thanksgiving stuff in one side and my Easter in another one. My pumpkins in another side, or the middle. And all my Christmas is in my hall closet. I put that in my hall closet because I have more Christmas than I do the other holidays. But we will have a sunrise service at our church if y'all Well, I guess we will. We always have for years and years. We go out there and we have a little sunrise service and then come back for donut and coffee or something like that in the kitchen. We used to have a big breakfast, but they kind of steered away from that lately. I used to help with it, but I can't anymore. I just can't. I can't. But anyway, I can go to the sunrise service and just eat a bought donut with them. But I'm looking forward to Easter. I wrote a story about that in one of my books. It was about the time that I went to church, and it was Easter Sunday, and I had on red, white, and blue. And I had on red high heels. And I didn't notice that they didn't match. And because it's dark in the bedroom, and I just went back there and put on 2 red high heels. They were the same height, but here was the difference. One had a square toe, the other one had a pointy toe. One of them had a little thicker square heel, and the other one had a little spiky heel. And I was walking up the steps to go into the sanctuary. And Banks was a little girl. I think it was Banks. Might have been Kate. I think it was Kate. She was a little girl. And she said, Pig Mama, you got on two different shoes. And I looked down and I thought, for heaven's sake. But you know what? I just went right on into church, played like I didn't even know it. I wasn't coming back home and changing shoes, I can tell you that. And you probably have done the same thing. Don't tell me you hadn't. Because sometimes you can't tell the difference between navy blue and black. Sometimes you go to town with one earring on, and somebody thinks you're a hippie. Look at that old woman. She's only got one earring in. She must be really up with it. It was a mistake. That's what it was. Or you might go to somewhere and have on 2 different shoes. I saw the cutest video the other day on one of those reels that somebody put on. It was so cute. It had a woman in a house coat. You may have seen it. And she had her cell phone talking on it like this, just talking to that person. And they were just talking. And she said, I just don't know. I can't find my phone. I cannot find my phone anywhere. I have looked this whole house over. I am so upset about it. I just can't. And the woman says, well, and she said, hey, listen to me now. I can't find it. I've looked everywhere. Then she told the woman, she said, hey, listen, I got to go. I'll call you back later. I got to find my phone. And she put the phone down. I couldn't help but laugh. And so I sent it to 2 of my friends. I said, y'all look at this if you want a good laugh. And I just couldn't help it. I've done that. I've actually done that. I've been in this house before, and I'd be talking to somebody, and I'd just be walking around like this. And I said, I can't find my phone anywhere. Well, whoever it was I was talking to started laughing. They said, Brenda, you're talking on it. That shows we're too busy. That's what it shows. And one time the phone rang, and I picked up the television remote and said hello. Write in and tell me what dumb thing you've done. I know you have. If you have never done anything crazy like that, then I don't think you tell the truth. I think you have. And you just don't want to admit it. I got to go. I've got me some tomato juice poured over there. I'm going to drink that today. That's what I'm going to do. Y'all have a great day. And start decorating for Christmas and get you some, either blow you out a little egg or get you a wooden egg. Here's a wooden one. You can't tell the difference, the ones that's blown out and the ones that's wooden. This would last longer, but this one's special. And paint you some. Let y'all get the kids in there. Maybe they can't paint anything, but they could do these some kind of little. This is paint on it. It's not food coloring. These eggs, I thought it was pretty. It's one of my favorites. Or you can just buy you some. Buy you some that looks like little real chicken eggs. Or you people that have chickens, what you can do is you don't have to do anything. You just go out and pick up your chicken eggs and put them right in there. They'll last a month anyway in there, and they're all different colors. I think it'd be beautiful. Don't buy anything. I got on too much rouge right there. You know, they used to call it rouge. Now they call it blush. Goodness gracious. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.